It's early. The sun is rising. You walk into the kitchen, maybe with a little stiffness in your step. The smell of fresh coffee fills the room. And there, sitting on the counter, an egg. Simple, familiar. You've probably been told it's a healthy way to start the day. And often it is. But after 60, the way we prepare and eat eggs could be quietly affecting our ability to move, to stand, to walk, to stay independent. Not because of the old cholesterol myths, but because certain choices, small ones, like how long we cook an egg, can make a real difference in how our bodies feel and function. If your joints feel stiff, if getting up from a chair takes a little more effort than it used to, if your balance just isn't what it was, you're not alone, and no, it's not just aging. Sometimes, it's the little habits we don't even question. This video is a gentle invitation to look closer, not with fear, but with curiosity. Because your body is listening, it hears everything your heart whispers, and it responds. What you'll hear today isn't about strict diets or magic cures. It's about awareness. It's about honoring your body's wisdom and discovering how one simple food, the egg, can either support your strength or slowly take it away, depending on how you treat it. Let's take this time together to slow down, to breathe, to listen to what your body may be trying to tell you, and to explore how everyday choices can carry deeper meaning and the power to transform. You're not broken, you're changing, and you are not alone. Most people don't think twice about how they cook an egg. A little more heat, a little longer in the pan. It seems harmless. But when we overcook eggs, especially at high temperatures, something important happens. We begin to lose the very nutrients that our bodies, particularly after 60, rely on to move with ease. Take vitamin D, for example, or choline, a key nutrient that supports muscle function and communication between the brain and body. When exposed to intense heat for too long, these delicate compounds begin to break down. What could have been a powerful source of nourishment becomes less. And for someone who already feels their legs tiring faster, or notices it takes longer to feel steady after sitting, this matters. Imagine your body as a garden. The foods you eat are the soil, the water, the sunlight. But if the soil is scorched, if the nutrients are stripped before they reach you, the garden struggles to thrive. Over time, meals that were meant to support your bones and muscles stop offering what you truly need. Not because the food is wrong, but because the way it's treated shifts its power. Now think of cooking as an act of kindness. When you prepare your food gently, soft boiling, poaching, you're not just cooking, you're preserving life within it. You're choosing nourishment that listens to your body's needs. You're offering your body something it recognizes, something it can use, and that quietly, day after day, supports your ability to stand, walk, and move with freedom. You may not see it in one meal, but over weeks, months, the difference builds, and your body notices. For years, many were told to avoid egg yolks. They were seen as the part that raised cholesterol, something to fear, something to leave behind. So we learned to separate, to throw away the golden center and keep only the white. But inside that yolk lives something powerful, not just flavor or color, but nutrients your body quietly asks for, especially as it ages. Vitamin D, choline, omega-3 fatty acids, all essential for the health of your muscles, your brain, your bones, all concentrated in the yolk. You see, muscle isn't just built in a gym, it's supported by the choices you make at your table. And when your body no longer builds muscle as easily as it once did, Every little bit counts. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles may feel weak. Without choline, your nerves struggle to communicate with them. And without healthy fats, the very structure of your cells can start to shift. When we remove the yolk, we might believe we're protecting our hearts, but in doing so, we might also be starving the very systems that keep us upright, balanced, and strong. It's not about excess, it's about harmony. The yolk is not the enemy, it's the source. The part that holds life together, just like the center of you, where your strength, your resilience, and your wisdom live. There's beauty in embracing wholeness, in seeing the value in what we once misunderstood, and in recognizing that what nourishes you most isn't always the part that's loudest. Sometimes it's the golden center you were told to leave behind. With age, some changes come quietly. You notice it when rising from a chair feels different, or when lifting a bag of groceries takes more effort than before. This isn't just fatigue, it's often something deeper, a gradual loss of muscle mass called sarcopenia. A word that sounds distant, but whose effects are deeply personal. Muscles don't just give us strength, they hold our balance, protect our bones, support our posture. They help us move through the world with confidence, and without them, even small actions can feel like mountains. But here's something hopeful. Muscle loss is not an inevitable decline. It can be slowed, even softened, with care, awareness, and nourishment. Eggs, often overlooked in their simplicity, contain what the aging body craves. High-quality protein. Leucine, a powerful amino acid that tells the body it's time to rebuild, not in big, dramatic ways, but steadily, quietly, from the inside out. Imagine your muscles as a fading fire. Every egg you eat with intention becomes a piece of kindling, a way to gently awaken that fire again. This isn't about becoming stronger than you were at 20. It's about staying connected to your strength now, maintaining the freedom to move across a room without fear of falling, to stand tall without pain, to walk alongside someone you love with steadiness. And it begins with something as small as a meal, not rushed, not careless, but shared with your body and mind. Eggs don't promise miracles, but they offer building blocks, and when offered consistently with presence, they become quiet allies in your journey toward continued independence. In life, balance is often what keeps us well. Too much of something, even something good, can shift the body out of harmony. Eggs are no exception. For many years, people heard that eating eggs could be harmful for the heart. And for those already living with heart conditions, that concern still lingers. But today, science paints a more nuanced picture. Eggs offer real nourishment, protein, vitamins, healthy fats, all important for keeping the body strong and mobile. Yet, as with all things, the key lies in moderation. 1 egg a day. For most older adults, this amount is considered safe. It offers the benefits without tipping the scale toward excess. Think of it like walking across a narrow bridge. On one side, too little, and the body misses out on nutrients it needs. On the other, too much, and the body may carry burdens it doesn't need to. Finding the middle is where the body feels supported, where the heart and the muscles work together, instead of one being cared for while the other is neglected. And more than the number, the context matters. What you eat with the egg, how it's prepared, what your body needs today, not 10 years ago, not what someone else needs, but what truly serves you now. This kind of balance isn't rigid, it's gentle, it listens, it adjusts with time, with awareness, with love. And in that space, between too little and too much, is where health has room to breathe, where both your heart and your mobility find a shared rhythm. Food is never just about the ingredients. It's about how they come together, how they speak to each other inside your body. Some combinations quietly unlock greater nourishment, and eggs, when eaten alongside certain foods, can do more than you might expect. Imagine a plate with soft-boiled eggs beside a bed of steamed greens, kale, spinach, or collards. It's not just a meal, it's a conversation between nutrients. Eggs bring protein, vitamin D, and choline. The greens offer calcium, vitamin K, and fiber. And when those elements meet, something beautiful happens. Calcium is better absorbed. Bones receive stronger signals to build and protect. And your mobility, often taken for granted until it begins to fade, gains quiet support. It's a partnership. The kind that nourishes not just muscles, but the very structure that holds them. Think of your bones as the frame of a house. Protein strengthens the walls, but without the minerals and vitamins that guide where and how that strength is used, the foundation can weaken. That's why this combination, eggs with leafy greens, is more than nutritious. It's wise. You don't need to count every nutrient, you don't need to measure every bite. What matters is the pattern, the daily care, the rhythm of choosing foods that know how to work together. When you eat with that awareness, even something as simple as breakfast becomes an act of restoration, not a rule, not a diet, but a quiet way of saying to your body, I'm still listening, I still care. And your body, in return, will remember how to support you, one meal at a time. Timing isn't just about the clock, it's about rhythm, the natural flow of your day and how your body responds to what you give it. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to how nutrients are spaced, especially protein. Not just how much, but when. Muscle maintenance depends on steady support, a slow, gentle stream of nourishment, not all at once, but throughout the day. And that's where the first meal of the day can carry real importance. Eating eggs in the morning may seem simple, but it's more than tradition. It's a signal to your muscles. I'm here. I haven't forgotten you. Early protein helps wake the body's systems. It gives the muscles what they need to begin repairing, maintaining, supporting your steps from the moment your feet touch the floor. Imagine this. Your muscles, still quiet from the night, receiving a message from your meal. A message that says, gently, you are supported, you are needed. You are not being ignored. When that message is sent early, and echoed again at midday and in the evening, the body finds balance. Strength is sustained, fatigue softens, and movement feels more like something you're allowed to do, not something you must fight to achieve. It's not just about breakfast. It's about honoring your body's tempo, about giving it the right notes at the right time, so it can play the melody of movement with more ease. A soft-boiled egg, prepared with care, eaten with attention. It may not seem like much, but in the rhythm of your body, it can be one of the most grounding first steps you take each day. Every body carries a story, a timeline of choices, memories, challenges, and quiet wisdom. And with that, no two people will ever have the exact same needs. What works for one may not suit another. And that's not a flaw. It's a truth worth honoring. Eggs, for all their benefits, must still fit into the larger picture of your health. Maybe you've had a history with heart concerns. Maybe your digestion is more sensitive than it used to be. Maybe a medication you take changes how your body absorbs certain nutrients. These are not reasons to fear food. They are reminders to listen. This is where professional guidance becomes a companion on the path. A healthcare provider who understands your history, your goals, your rhythms, can help you find the version of nourishment that truly belongs to you. There is no perfect diet, no single food that suits every life, every body. But there is a way to approach eating that is rooted in respect, in curiosity, in asking gently, "What supports me now?" That question might lead to small adjustments. A change in how often you eat eggs, a new way of preparing them, or pairing them differently, based on what your body can truly receive and use. This is the difference between eating by habit and eating with awareness, between copying what others do and discovering what's right for you. You are not here to follow rules made for someone else. You're here to reconnect with what your body already knows, and to walk this path with the guidance and care it deserves, because your health isn't just a checklist, it's a relationship, one that deepens with time, attention, and trust in your own experience. Throughout life, it's often the smallest habits, the ones we rarely question, that shape how we move, how we feel, and how we age. Something as simple as the way we cook or combine a food can echo through the body in ways we don't immediately see, not just in strength or energy, but in how connected we feel to our own well-being. Eggs, so ordinary, so familiar, carry within them quiet potential, not just to nourish, but to remind us that every choice we make has weight, has meaning. They can support muscle, sustain mobility, and gently offer what the body needs, but only when chosen with care, with presence, with understanding. Your journey through these years isn't about perfection. It's about presence, about hearing the signals your body gives, about adjusting gently instead of reacting harshly, about learning again and again how to meet your body where it is, not where it used to be. And when you do, when you honor the pace you need, when you treat food as an ally, not a rule, your body responds. It steadies. It strengthens. It softens into a rhythm that feels more like you. Maybe you'll never look at an egg the same way again. Maybe tomorrow, when you prepare your first meal, something will feel just a little different. Not because everything has changed, but because you've started to listen. Not with fear, but with care. And in that space, quiet, intentional, loving, transformation begins. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are becoming.